my name is Taizi Moda, and I love to sleep. I actually cannot wait to get home and get those 7 to possibly 10 hours of sleep tonight. It's amazing what it can do to you. But before we leave, I have a question for you all. Why do you think sleeping is important to you? Aisha?
Because it gives you energy to make it through your day.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
If you want to deal with me.
Oh my God. Tracy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of going to go on that one too. No sleep is just miserable.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And Dr. Robert Stickold, who works at the Division of Sleep Medicine at Harvard Medical School, actually stated that we need to rethink really how we prioritize sleep in our lives. And I absolutely agree with him in that we live in such a fast-paced world today. We kind of do take it for granted. You know, sometimes we get 5, 4 hours sleep every night. So tonight I'll fill you in on why it is important to get an adequate amount of sleep every night. And it's important because it impacts how well you remember things, how well you retain that information that you learned throughout the day. It's also important for your health, and it's important for your safety and the safety of others around you. And I'll also give you 12 tips or 12 steps that you can follow to achieve a better sleep every night. And the question everyone is probably wondering, just how many hours of sleep do we need every night? So going into the question I asked earlier, why do we need sleep? It turns out that it's important for memories. How many of you have ever tried and play an instrument such as a piano or drums? This is great, so maybe you can relate to my example. When I was younger, I was trying to learn how to play a piece on a piano. And I just couldn't get it. And I get so frustrated when I'm trying, and I still can't get it. I ended up giving up. So after a few hours of trying, I gave up, went to bed. The next day I was like, let me try it again. And surprising as it was to me, I got it perfect the very first time around. And to me it was unbelievable, but it's actually because I never thought that sleeping was really that important to me. I also took it for granted at that point in my life. But studies have shown that while you sleep, you're actually not resting. Your brain isn't resting. What you're doing is, sometimes it's even more active while you're sleeping than while you're awake, which to me is completely surprising and mind-blowing. But those skills that you learn throughout the day, you actually improve upon and really have them stick to your brain while you sleep. And Dr. Stickold actually says that if you learn something during the day, you have to get those 7 to 9 hours every night of sleep, because that's how you retain that information. Otherwise, it might be impossible to. So another important factor in why we need to sleep is related to health and the benefits that it brings to your health, from sleeping. A study shows that chronic sleep deprivation can contribute to the development of a number of illnesses, including those listed above. And to me, it was just mind-blowing that just not getting enough sleep can actually cause all of these to you and help, develop these illnesses. Studies have also shown that if you don't sleep enough hours every night, you don't live as long. So I was definitely worried about that. I want to live as long as I can. Lawrence Epstein, who's an instructor at Harvard Medical School, said that there's a significant link between how well someone sleeps and how that influences their health and how they function. So lastly, getting into the last point I want to make tonight, getting a good night's sleep actually has a significant impact on your safety and the safety of everybody around you. Have you ever fallen asleep in class before? I've definitely had my shares, at least a few seconds. But what about driving? Have you ever fallen asleep for a few seconds while driving? Really? Only you? I thought this would be a higher number. 4? I've done that so many times.
Good to know.
Just 2 to 3 seconds of just a quick nap, and then you snap back out of it. But it's really dangerous. According to a survey that was performed on 2,700 interns, across the United States. They reported that one out of five of them reported that because of fatigue, they actually injured a patient while at work. 1 out of 20, even more worrisome, they ended up killing a patient because of fatigue. Now, can you imagine being performed on by one of these very tired physicians? So even further, it's not just a danger to the patients, it's a danger to those physicians who are sleep deprived. When they go home after working 24 plus hours shifts a day, they have increased their risk to getting into a car crash by about 168%, according to the director of the Division of Sleep Medicine at Harvard Medical School. And even more, 100,000 police reports on crashes are due to driver fatigue. And this results in about 1,550 deaths per year, 71,000 injuries, and last but not least, $12.5 billion in monetary losses to our country on a yearly basis. So now are these good enough reasons for you guys to sleep tonight and sleep well? Well, good, because I'm going to go now into the 12 steps that you need to take to achieve a good night's sleep. And I'm pretty sure everyone can relate to number 1, avoid caffeine. No? Really? I actually can't. I don't drink coffee, but number 2, alcohol? Seriously. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Every once in a while, I'll have a glass of red wine with dinner, and I thought it would relax me, but it turns out it's actually bad for me. So I highlighted some of the ones that I personally need to work on, but you can do that at your own leisure. I can send this list to you. If you follow these steps, you're sure to get a better sleep tonight. Now, if you want to keep track of how well you're sleeping, you could get one of these. They're a very neat device. It's just a bracelet you can put on your arm, and while you sleep, it keeps track of your movements. It's very sensible to any movement you make, so it'll tell you if you're agitated at night. It'll tell you how many hours you sleep, and just if you woke up at night, if you slept well. And the data syncs through Bluetooth to your media device, so either your computer or your phone. So it's a neat device. I recommend it if you want to keep track of those. So main point tonight, how much sleep do we need? I found this chart, and it's by the National Sleep Foundation. We're all adults here, so we fit in the last one, 7 to 9. If you're getting less or more than that, that's bad. That's affecting your day and probably making some very mad, angry people at work or at you. You're probably not getting that much sleep. Do I?
I sleep 10 hours.
10?
Yeah.
Jesus. I sleep that, we're rare. So just to wrap it up, someone's not going to like this, but after you've heard everything I have to say, you probably disagree with Professor Carbonaro that we need to sleep a negative 2 hours every night. Do you agree? Do we agree? Yes, you definitely should sleep more than that. Just keep in mind that sleeping better and sleeping an adequate amount of hours can actually, like I said, increase your likelihood of remembering things and building upon those skills while you sleep. It'll actually help you in terms of health and your safety and of those around you. And if you follow those 12 tips, you're sure to get a better sleep every night. Now, are you going to go home tonight and sleep for 7 to 9 hours, or are you going to be like this person tomorrow at work? Wait for it. Thank you very much.